Okay, so now I am going to share my screen. So in the last question there was two class. One was the super class. The name was worker, having data member name and basic. And one constructor was there, the parameterized constructor. And one additional method display was there for printing the details. So first of all we will write the superclass definition. I hope my screen is visible, everyone. Is it visible? Okay. So now only there are two constructors. One is of name.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Okay. Now is it?
No, sir. Sir, it is visible.
But check your connection, it is visible. So now one constructor was there, worker. There were two parameters, x and b, and we are storing those things, right? And now one function was there, display. In which we are supposed to print the details, only the details, that is name followed by then the basic salary. This was the definition of worker class. Now one more class was there, that is wage. I hope the class name was wages, right? So the class name was wages. So the file name also must be wages.java. After that, there were three variables, hours, rate and wage. Hours must be integer type, then double, rate and wage. Now, one constructor in which we are supposed to pass the data members, means the name, the double type basic b, then number of hours h, and then rate must be of double type like RT. So now first of all we would like to call the superclass constructor. For that we will pass this. After that hours equals to h, then after rate must be RT, and then we will initialize that variable wage 0.0. Now see, later on in the question double overtime.
Sir, a bracket is missing. Sir, after super
yes,
bracket open is missing.
no problem. Now it is okay. Okay, so in the next question there was one additional method, double overtime. In this method we are supposed to calculate and return the overtime amount as hours into rate. So directly we can do that. Double overtime. So what we are supposed to return? Wage into hours. This is the only requirement in this question. It's already written in this question. In this part, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to return wages into hours. Now later on the question was void display. In this display method we are supposed to calculate the wage using the formula wage equals to overtime amount. So the previous function we will call here plus the basic. So void display. In this, first of all we will call the previous method like this, or you can call directly also, that is totally up to you. So while calling function to function, there is no need to create a object. Please remember everybody, this is very very important. And then after we store wage, sorry the variable name I have mentioned here wrong. So wage equals to the basic plus the overtime, and then after we will call the superclass method display, in which we have printed the name and basic pay of the student or any worker. After that we are supposed to calculate, we have already calculated, so we will print the total wage, that is WAGE. See here what I have done. So this wage variable is already given as the data member, so there is no need to declare this again. So directly we are able to access it, then only we are printing. So whatever we have stored here, that is coming in this, right? After that we will write the main method, public static void main, then throws exception. It is always optional because I am not going to take input here. So now first of all we will create object, then we will pass the name like Ajay, Jay Kumar, then basic pay is like 2000 rupees, then number of hours worked, and the rate is 15.9 rupees per hour, right? After that we will call dd.display. So now see, in your program there are two functions having same name display, but you have created the object of this class wages. So while calling dd.display, this will automatically call the base class, subclass method display, because dd is the object of your subclass, right? And now this overtime method we have already called in this display method, right? So now let me execute this program. So those who are joining late, please pay attention, join on time. So spelling is wrong here. It's taking time, so have patience. So this basic cannot find symbol, super. Okay. So now let's check the errors. X comma B. Are you getting why this error is coming? Anybody?
So you haven't used extends.
Oh, that's all. So now this is very very important. I have missed that. See, for using the concept of inheritance, the extend keyword is very very important, And now in Java we can extend only one class at a time in a single program. If you want to access multiple classes, means multiple base class in a subclass, so for that we are having the other property in Java, that is your interface, and for that we need to implement that. So implement is also a keyword here. So now see, the output is coming. The name is coming Jay Kumar, the basic salary is 2000, total wages is 2000. Any confusion in that? Anybody? Any doubt in the concept?
No, sir.
Is there any doubt? Suchita Verma? Suchita? No doubt?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt, beta? See a
Oh,
screen? See, again I am going to explain some important points in inheritance. First of all, the extend keywords. This is used to access the superclass. And now, whenever you are calling a constructor from subclass to base class, in that case, in the subclass constructor, the first line must be your calling of base class constructor. So for calling base class constructor, super keyword is very important. And then the parameter. And if in the base class there are no parameters, in that case here also we will not pass any parameter. Is that clear? After that we are simply assigning this. Now see, the double overtime. This method we are calling here. In this T, whatever T you have assigned, what is T? In this we are simply calculating the wage into number of hours, right? After that we are simply displaying the base class method. See, in the base class also we are having a method display, and in the subclass also we are having the method display. See here. So this situation, when same method is present in both class, whether it is subclass as well as your base class. So this type of situation, in which this type of situation is known as the overriding. And in this case, for differentiation, for calling a superclass method of the same type, same name, in that case we are using the super keyword. This is very important. Is that clear? And if you are not using this super keyword, that means this will generate the infinite recursion, means it will call itself subclass method display, and it will continue infinite times. So this will create a problem for you. Okay, so super keyword is very important. So whenever you are using the super keyword before the dot, that means after dot whatever you are writing, that belongs to your superclass data member or superclass method. Is it okay, everybody? And now one more thing. In this in inheritance, always we are supposed to create object of a subclass, not the base class. See, everybody knows in Java, if you are creating an object of any class, so with the help of that particular object you can access the data member and member method of that particular class. And if you are creating here the base class constructor here you are base class object you are creating here, that means with the help of that object you can access the base class method as well as the data member. So there is no need to use the concept of inheritance. So the concept of inheritance, in this concept inheritance, first of all we are supposed to use extends, then we are supposed to create object of a subclass always. Is it okay, everybody? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I think there is no confusion in this inheritance. Suchita, are you comfortable? Sanjeevni? Sonam? Are you comfortable in this inheritance beta?
Yes, sir.
Sonam? Sonam? Sonam Sati? Am I audible better, Sonam? Okay, so one last program we are going to give you on inheritance. That's very basic question again. So look at on the screen. My screen is visible. After this we will discuss the inheritance, interface.
Yes, sir.
Please note down this question or take a screenshot. Simple basic question. Just ignore this square bracket here. This is a question of 2011, I think. And earlier we were using some school were using C++ also. In that case, for declaring a string, we were using name like this in C++. So you will write only a string name. Okay? Just ignore this square bracket here. Go through the question. Sorry, this is a different question. You have to use this square bracket. We are supposed to enter marks of 50. So name of 50 and rank of 50 you have to assign. Is that clear? Note down this. I was talking about the different question by mistake. Try everybody. Do it, beta. Everybody has to try this question. You are having maximum of 7 minutes. After that I will discuss the interface. Copied? Do it fast. Neha, please try this question. The question is on your screen.
Sir, try.
Okay. This is a very basic question. Suchita, you also have to try. In this question, we are inputting name and rank of 50 students. The base class name is record, having the constructor to initialize the data member. Please see, to initialize the data member, we need to initialize the name array and rank array. One more method is there, read values, in which we are supposed to enter name and ranks, and display we will print. One additional method was there, that is rank, your subclass. One index is given here, variable, this integer to store the index of the topmost rank. So this you will have to find. Again the constructor is there, the constructor to invoke the base class constructor and initialize index 0. So now here we are not having parameterized constructor, we are having the default constructor. Please pay attention here everybody. This is the default constructor, And now in the other method void highest, you need to find the highest index number having the highest rank and is stored in an index variable without sorting. Don't use sorting. This is very, very important. In the display you have to display the name and rank of the topmost rank. I hope the question is clear, everybody. Out of 16, only 12 of you joined today's class. Who is not getting the question? In case you are not getting question, please let me know. I can help you. You can share on the chat box, you can share in the GCR also. After posting, please let me know. Rituraj, please try. Aditya Parmar, try everybody. Elani Saab, aap bhi, please try. Anybody has done? Don't write the main method. Akansha. Do it fast बच्चों. Come on fast बच्चों. Riya, how much is left?
So the 5 classes.
Okay. Come on बच्चों fast. Beta, how much time you will take, bachcho? Time is getting over. I need to explain this interface also. Okay, bachcho, listen. This program I will see in the next class. So let me explain the concept in interface. Okay, got it? Now start writing the question.
Yes, sir.
Please, everybody, please, this you can do as homework. Okay, now just focus on this interface. So what is this interface? Everybody please stop writing and try to understand. See, in Java we have used the concept of inheritance. So there was some limitation under inheritance. In this limitation means we can extend only one class at a time. Means in case of inheritance there can be only one superclass and one subclass. My screen is visible, everybody? Beta, my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now everybody please see. So on the right side I am just telling about inheritance. In the inheritance we were having only one superclass and one subclass. So this was the limitation in Java. Only one superclass at a time we can extend in a subclass, and there must be only one subclass. So this was the problem. Now suppose you wanted to access two base class property into one subclass. So this is known as basically the multiple inheritance, in which we are extending the property, or you can say we are inheriting the property from two different base classes into one subclass, right? So this was not possible, but using the concept of interface, this is possible in Java. That is why Java doesn't support multiple inheritance, but for implementing this multiple inheritance concept, Java provides another concept, that is interface. So basically interface is a keyword in a small letter like this. And now the difference between the interface and the extend keywords. So basically extends, it can extend only one class at a time, but in case of using interface we can implement so many classes at a time. Means you can have so many base class, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in case of one we always prefer inheritance concept, that is extends. But in case of multiple inheritance, suppose you want to use 3 base class into 1. So for that we will write interface A, comma B, comma C. So how you will use this concept in your program, that I will show you. Can I rub this? This is the basics of the interface, why we use and how we use. So how we use in the program, that I will show you. Can I rub this? Bachcho?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now see, the basic concept of inheritance was this. There was one class, then here we were writing the data member as well as methods. Now extends. In this we can extend only one class. Again the data member and the method, that depends. So this was the limitation in the inheritance. So now if you want to use, like suppose one more class you have created, like AA. again the data member. So now if you want to access this like this, so this is not possible in Java. So for that we need to use the concept of inheritance. So how we will utilize that concept? Please pay attention. In this case, so we will write interface double A. So in this, while declaring a class as interface, so double A is your, this is your class name, this is your class name, and here we are using the class keyword for declaring the class. And now this part, using this interface keyword, we are declaring the class using interface concept. And now this AA is representing the interface. And now in this interface, while declaring the interface in your program, please pay attention. Whatever data member you are declaring, that must be fixed values. Means we cannot alter them, because by default they are final. So if you want to declare like this variable, so this AR variable you cannot change. And now by default there is no need to write final keyword here, because by default they are fixed, we cannot alter them. By default they are declared as final variables. And now while declaring the method, please pay attention. So whatever you are declaring in the interface, those methods we are supposed to declare as abstract method. What do you mean by the abstract method? Means like this, please pay attention. So this is known as the abstract method. So why it is known as abstract method? The method which is not having the body. See, I have put it the semi-comma here. So this type of method in which the body is not mentioned, that is known as abstract method. So in case of interface, whatever variables or whatever method especially you are declaring, that body we are not supposed to declare over there. So that body we will declare in this method, this class in which we will implement it. So now how to implement? See, so in this program what I am doing, I am extending A, means the superclass is this, the first one. And now at the same time, if you want to implement the interface, so you will write implements what? AA. So now in this class, in the third class, that is B, we can access this variable also as well as this method also. And we are supposed to write the definition of void show in the subclass, in which we are inheriting also as well as we are using the implements. Means we are using two classes in a subclass. So this is the way to implement as well as extends how to use this. Am I clear, everyone? The structure is, this is the only structure. Please note down this structure. The first one is your superclass and this is your interface, and in the subclass we are inheriting the property of from A also and the property of interface also, that is your AA. Please write down. I am posting in the chat box also the basic structure of this. Come on.
So can you please post on the GCR instead?
But I have posted in the chat box. As it is coming, right?
Okay, sir.
This is a simple structure, and then in the next class we will discuss one small program or interface, and then we will stop this topic. Then we will start the revision of the K-map and the Boolean algebra. Okay? Please note down this structure of interface. Now again I am repeating, whenever you are declaring an interface, the method must be abstract, and how we will use that in a subclass, that I will show you in the next class. And the variable whatever you are declaring with or without final keyword, by default they are final. So if you want, you can use final also, that is optional. Okay, so there is no need to use final. And how we will use these variables as well as the abstract method in subclass, that I will show you in the next class, right? So now time is already up, beta, your time is, so just we are ending the class. I hope today's